I don't know how this video is going to go, and I'm just going to be honest. Um, I don't know how much I'm going to edit out of this video because this is all of our stuff is real. All of it is, it's all 100% genuine. But I'm going to be talking about, although there's a fantastic ending to the story. Well, actually, there's a fantastic new beginning to the story. I have to go through some old unfortunate events to get there. And if I'm I knew this video was going to come down the line. I just wasn't really ready for it. So before I even go into this video, I am not disclosing uh, too much information about what exactly happened. I still respect and have a love for my ex, and I am not going to sit here and use my platform as a smear tactic. Um, so if you know me personally and you're thinking, oh, he's finally going to say what actually happened, you're not going to get that. All you're going to know is what you already know. I was married. No, I'm not. Um, so in 2022, Travis and I and a few of our other friends went to Wilder, Kentucky to go to Bobby Mackey's Music World, which we'll have a video on that somewhere down the line. I don't know when that video will take place. I don't know because it's such a long video of us talking, and unfortunately, there are photos. I believe some people have audio clips. I don't know if I'm gonna obtain those audio clips or not. But as far as actual video, I mean, I don't know if Grizz did some or not. I personally did not, because I was just kind of living in the moment, and I failed as a vlogger. But at that time, I wasn't really thinking about vlogging it, you know. Any Hoosier, come back from Kentucky, um, and everything just kind of changed. Everything changed, and I'm not going to sit here and say that going to Bobby Mackey's Music World ruined my marriage and all that other stuff. I don't believe that stuff. I believe that certain things just happened, and uh, feelings just died, I guess. Um, and that's really all I'm going to say about it. And the reason why I bring up my divorce and all that stuff now is because, like I said, I knew this video was coming because in season 3, which is the season where the videos of two dudes eating food are actually in chronological order for the most part, except for the really bad videos that had bad lighting. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we don't really have the best video quality, especially not then. And so some videos you're not going to see. I've made shorts of certain videos, and I've explained it to Grizz. He understands. He's cool with it. Um, but we're now in our 6th season of Two Dudes Eating Food. There's so many more episodes that I have to do. And I'm going off topic. Anyways, so in season 3, there's a huge gap. I think the last episode before the separation and ultimately the divorce was in April, and we resumed in September. So there's a huge gap of time in season 3. And also, my boys aren't with me anymore. Tucker, Mel, Grady, I left them with her, and I'm okay doing that because I didn't want her to be alone. And also, like, the filming location, clearly this is not in the kitchen where certain videos or the couple of videos that you've seen recently have been taking place. And obviously, we were using his car in season 1 and season 2, but we had actually started coming into the house in season 3 for better lighting and for you can actually see us both in the shot. Kind of felt like that was important. So for those of you wondering why we're both not in the shot, is because we just shot everything. We just shot everything up and down. We didn't shoot from side to side. I don't know why. But anyways, so yeah, the divorce happened, and at the time before, when I got back from Bobby's, I felt like a failure, and I can't stress this enough. I've had depression for years, probably since 2006. Is when my grandpa passed away, that was the first time, and then I started doing a bunch of stuff I shouldn't have been doing, as far as adult beverages, and doing way too many of that and way too much of that at one point in time. Almost, the fact I'm even here right now is a blessing from God, because sometimes I don't really know how I've made it as long as I have. But I got back from Bobby's, and I felt like a failure. I felt like a failure as a husband, and as a friend, and a brother, and a son. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat things. I thought about throwing in the towel. The morning when the separation happened. Actually, that was a really bad day for me. To go from that, and then and then she just says she wants a separation. She wants time to think if I'm still worth being in her life. Verdict says no, clearly. So, but the beautiful thing out of the chaos and the beauty from the ashes that happened was that night, in the midst of my depression, severe bad depression, panic attack, and I didn't know what the future held with the person that I loved more than anything in this world. Out of all that, I woke up at 2:00 in the morning that morning, just crying and sobbing, and I asked God to make me into the man He wanted me to be, because I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with who I was, and I gave Him my heart. I said, Lord, take my heart, break it, smash it, and rebuild it. Mold it into what you want it to be. After that, I started going to church, and I started reading the Bible, and I'm proud to say that I've read through it. This is my third time reading through it. And the other reason why I made this video is because when you give your life to Christ and you do all these things, there are huge steps that you take. And one of those huge steps I took was last year. I was baptized, and I was so thankful. I'm so thankful that I did that, because it needed to happen, and it needed to happen correctly, and it needed to be done right. And I say that because in 2021, because I do everything. Folks, I'm a failure. I don't know if you don't know me. I don't think very highly of myself. And I'm hard on myself, probably more than what I should. But in 2021, I knew it was time. I didn't want to do it in a church. I just didn't want to do it in front of a bunch of people. I wanted just my family there, and my ex-wife at the time. my ex-wife. I mean, um, that's all I really wanted there. But if I'm being honest, which I always try to be on this channel, is honest and real, I did it because I knew it was time, but I also did it because I thought my marriage was failing, and I wanted to show her that I was willing to change, and you know, my reasoning for being baptized wasn't 100% genuine, and I regret that quite a bit. The emotions were real that day. I cried before. My brother was the one that he poured a bucket of he poured the bucket of water over my head. The emotions were real. I was genuinely crying. I was genuinely excited, and but for the longest time, as I kept reading the Bible and I kept getting deeper in my faith, and I kept wanting to be closer to God, I realized that I didn't do it right. And baptism should be full submersion. And so 2024, I just felt that on my heart time and time again up until March. And March of last year was when I was baptized, fully submerged. And I did it at the church. I did it at the church, and I'm so glad that I did. I'm so thankful that I did. Jesus saved my life. Not just what happened on the cross, but every day. Because like I said, I'm a screw up, man. I fail a lot, but he's always there for me, and it's a beautiful thing. And this isn't a preachy video. If you're not a Christian, it is what it is. If God's not your thing, still love you, still want the best for you. I'm just telling you that I still have days where I get depressed, and it's not just what happened in 2022. There's other things, but I can see now so much more beauty out of the ashes of what was once my old self, and I'm beyond thankful that happened. It's unfortunate that I had to lose so much to get where I'm at today, and I had to lose a whole nother life to have the one I have today. But as far as the person's concerned, as far as who Joe is now, I'm so thankful that the old me is gone, and I never want the old me to ever come back. So, because I prefer the new me now, and to most people, the new me is just the same as the old me. But I know the difference, and my family knows the difference, and that's what's important to me. And if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with the heavy stuff in life, my advice to you, if religion isn't your thing, and if find a really good friend, especially if you're a guy, because I think it's harder for men to talk about what they're going through, and find a really good friend and a really close friend that you can turn to and talk to. I've talked to Grizz about what goes on in my life, the big issues of life. I've talked to Grizz about, and vice versa. Grizz has talked to me about the stuff going on in his life, and it's an amazing thing when you got someone in your life who can listen to your stuff. And I've got other friends too. It's not just him. There's several people in my life that I know if I need to talk to will be there. It's just for me. I just don't like bothering people, and I don't like wasting people's time with my problems, because there's so much more going on in the world than my issues. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about it. You know what? Just know that you are loved. If you watch our channel and stuff, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I know 83 subs. We have 83 subs now. To some people, that doesn't seem like a lot, but to two guys from the Midwest who really probably shouldn't have any business making videos and content, it means a lot to us, and we are so thankful for all the support that we get and the comments that we get, even the goofy ones about leather and stuff like that. Yeah, try and find that one. It's an interesting read. We love you, and we thank you. And like I said, if you guys need someone to talk to, or if you guys just need to know that someone's out there, thinking of those who are going through depression and they're going through tough times, just know that you got someone right here who is praying for you every night before he goes to bed. And you're not alone. And don't give up. Whatever you do in this life, don't stop fighting. So we will see you on the next episode of Two Dudes Doing Something. We're eating something or we're doing something. But I am thankful. I'm thankful. And if our videos make you smile and they make you happy, then you know what? We did our job. If we can take your mind off of the chaos of life and whatever sadness you're going through, just for the 4 to 10 minutes that we're on, then we did our job. So until next time, folks, we'll see you in the next video. Peace and so much love.